Hello everybody! Welcome back to another perfume review. My name is Ariel, I am the Sassy Dragon, and I hope that you guys are having a great day already. Thank you so much everybody. I hit over 100 subscribers this week. It was kind of unexpected, and I'm just really pleased that you're enjoying the perfume videos so far. This is something I've just started doing not very long ago. I haven't posted too many reviews, but I really enjoy doing them because I love perfume. I have for many years, and it's always fun to share your enthusiasm for anything with other people that are also interested in it. So do be sure to subscribe and share with anybody that might enjoy these perfume reviews. Always great to have more folks coming by. So today I'm going to do a special one. For me, this is one of my favorites of all time. It was my signature scent for many, many, many years. Absolutely love it, and it is very Irresistible by Givenchy. It has had a couple of incarnations over the years. This perfume was released by Givenchy in 2003. The model, the face, the lady that was doing all of their photo ads for it was Liv Tyler. And if you remember, if you were around then at the time, she was in Lord of the Rings. She was extremely popular at that moment in history. I absolutely loved Lord of the Rings, loved her, and so I was just, you know, enamored with the perfume as well. It didn't take a whole lot to get me to want to try it, and once I did, I absolutely loved it, and I got so many compliments on this perfume. I get so many compliments whenever I do wear this perfume. I don't wear it as much as I used to, but I wore this one for years, and it really does bring back some memories associated with that scent for me because it is something that I wore pretty consistently. I really didn't wear anything else because I just loved it so much. It's a very classic perfume. It kind of smells good no matter where or how or what time of day you wear it. It's just kind of perfect. It's not too casual. It's not too formal. It's just right. So it kind of covers all the bases no matter when or where you wear it. You'll usually enjoy it and you'll usually get a lot of compliments. So I will say the first incarnation of Very Irresistible was the Eau de Toilette. This is the original bottle, not the update. This is one of the older bottles that I still have. And so this was the EDT. The EDT had top notes of anise, cassia, lemon verbena. You can definitely smell that top. It's very sparkly. It's a little sharp at first when you spray it. I personally do not get very much of the anise. Now some people, to their nose, they get a lot of that. And of course we know perfumes are very personal. They're very much, you know, based on what your chemistry does with them after they're sprayed on. But for me, I would say in the top, I smell a little bit more of that lemon verbena, cassia, more than the anise. But mostly we've got that beautiful middle heart. We've got the rose, peony, and magnolia with the base notes of taff rose. Spelled T-A-I-F. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, taif or taif, but that is the kind of rose that's in the base. So this is not what I'd call a heavy scent. The Eau de Toilette to me is light, it's sparkly, it's aromatic. It has just a very nice fragrance. To me, if you don't typically like rose-based perfumes, you might want to try this one because this is definitely not those powdery grandma roses. I know the grandmas get a lot of slack for not smelling great. If we don't think it smells good, we call it a grandma smell. I don't know what's going on with the grandmas. But it is not what you would think of as a grandma kind of Victorian old-fashioned rose. It's much more modern, it's sparkly, it's vibrant, it's juicy. Absolutely love it. To me, this is more the day wear Eau de Toilette from Givenchy. The other one that was also in heavy rotation for me was introduced in 2005, and it was the Eau de Parfum version of the same fragrance with the same name. Also, you know, modeled and advertised with Liv Tyler in the ads. I'm going to pull up the notes for this one real quick. It's very similar, but it has some really beautiful additions. that make it even better in my opinion, and I ended up probably liking this one a little bit more because it's a little bit deeper. It still has the star anise, the rose, but they added in vanilla and patchouli, which just gives it this very, what they used to call it, sensual. It wasn't that just called an EDP when it first came out. It was very Irresistible Sensual. Now it's been rebranded, guys, okay, to be called the Very Irresistible Eau de Parfum, right? So now the only two that they still carry currently on the Givenchy website are the EDT, but it's an updated bottle that has this print on it instead, and the EDP. This is what the Sensual is now, right? But the original Sensual, the bottle was a lot darker purple, had a purple top. And there are a few key differences that I am going to talk about today. Now, some people really don't like what they did with the, repackaging, reformulation, because they did tweak it just a little bit. There's no doubt about it. It is a little bit different. But I'm going to spray them both today on myself. I also wanted to mention, I really want to start talking more about the perfumers who made these. So Dominique Ropion was one of the perfumers on Very Irresistible, the original Carlos Benem and Sophie Labbe. They are the ones that did this beautiful fragrance that I truly love. So let's get into what they call out as the notes for the updated. All right, so the update for Very Irresistible Sensual, which is now just being branded as the Eau de Parfum. The top notes are star anise, pear, green apple. Middle notes are regular rose, peony magnolia, and the Liv Tyler rose. It is true, and I remember this because I was working with a Liv Tyler fan forum back then. Yes, I was that addicted. I was that into all this. And they did. Givenchy worked with, some people who do, who create flowers. I mean, they just, I don't know what the name of that is, a botanist. People that know how to create a rose for its perfume qualities. And they literally created this brand new rose for her, named it after her, and they included it in this perfume. So it has this very nice, rich, delicious sort of rosy scent that's not quite like anything else that I've ever smelled. The base notes are more rose, vanilla, and patchouli. So it gives it a deeper dry down than the original Eau de Toilette. That's what I would say about this. And this one was also created by the same people. So first I'm going to just start with a spritz of the Eau de Toilette. I know I already know this perfume so well, and it's funny how many times. I can't even tell you guys. It's one of my most complimented perfumes ever. Either one of them. The EDT or the EDP. Doesn't matter. They both share a very similar thumbprint DNA. And as soon as I go out somewhere and I'm around people, they're like, oh man, it smells so good. I've had so many people ask me to write down the name of what this is. It is. It's just one that always smells nice. And yeah, that's the EDT. Yeah, definitely getting the little hit of the lemon verbena, a little bit of that sparkly opening. I love the cassia in that one. I really do. Still love the original EDT. It is so good. And you can definitely smell the rose behind. This is a little bit greener, right? To me, the EDT is just a little bit greener, fresher, sparkly, brighter. The Eau de Parfum, the original Sensual. Oh yeah, see, that one brings a different vibe to it. It's very similar, guys. Very similar. But it is deeper. That's more like your nighttime or date wear, like that to me. And I will say the Eau de Parfum of this is one of the sexiest perfumes I've ever smelled. It definitely lives up to that sensual quality that they brought in with it. Now this is the new bottle that I'm spraying here on my other arm. This is the brand new one. Ooh, it's sharper than I remember it being. Maybe it's the addition of the green apple and the pear at the top. It probably is, but it doesn't smell quite the same. Mmm. Gotta give my nose a little break. But these are gorgeous, guys. They all smell good. There's no doubt about that. They all smell amazing. Um, I would say these are a pretty decent, like, blind buy. Like, this is a little bit older perfume, so it is a little tough to get a hold of samples and things like that for it. But I would say that if you're a fan of roses, but you want something rosy that's not, old-fashioned, dusty, Victorian-style, powdery kind of roses, this is such a beautiful, vivacious, sensual, sophisticated, classic kind of scent. You kind of can't go wrong with it, unless your personal chemistry just doesn't like it. I think you'll get a ton of compliments on it, and I think you'll feel very sexy, very classy whenever or wherever you wear this. Yeah, see, now it's settling down into more what I know. Oh, it's so delicious. There are certain perfumes that have that quality. Then and if you smell a lot of perfume, you probably know what I'm talking about. It's like after you smell it, it leaves this really nice feeling kind of in your nose and sort of at the back of your throat. It just makes you like, it's almost this like yum kind of feeling. It's like, oh, I want to keep smelling that. This is one that has that quality, which is no doubt why for me it was my signature scent for many, many years. I don't really consider it to be anymore. I don't really know if I have a signature scent at present, but if I had one, this would certainly be one of them. This is also up there with Guerlain Champs-Élysées for perfumes that I have worn the most in my life, like the longest running, like consistently year after year. It's like I just enjoyed it so much that it just took me a very long time to start wearing anything else. But these are just gorgeous. Right now, the other wonderful thing is they're not like, this is not as insanely popular as it used to be, so you will not smell like every other person in the room. It's not really a gourmand. Even the eau de parfum with, has that really nice vanilla addition to it, doesn't take it to that level. It's not a sweet, cookie or sugary scent at all. Not that there's anything wrong with those. I love those too. But when you want something that just smells like a good, well-rounded, well-blended floral that has, a little depth, a little extra to it, oh, this one is it. I absolutely love it. The other thing I want to point out too about longevity on these, the older ones, as is not surprising, I do think the older ones had superior longevity and projection. But with that said, I have smelled both of them, I've worn both of them, and I find that they still have really decent longevity and projection. This is one that I can spray at the beginning of the day. I can still smell it by the end, right? This is something that will stay with you pretty decently, unless your personal chemistry just sort of eats it up, because I'm that way with certain perfumes. Some people will say, oh, this lasts forever on me. And I'll say, no, it doesn't last that long on me at all. So it's amazing how perfume is so personal to the individual, because some people, certain things will last on a very long time and others not at all. So for me though, this one is definitely excellent in lasting power, longevity, and it's got decent projection because, again, this is my most complimented perfume ever. And it's like one of those things that's no doubt why I've worn this one for so long and wore it for so many years and still go to it frequently, is because once you wear something and people start giving you compliments on it, you're gonna want to keep wearing it, right? It's that positive reinforcement. It's like, ooh, I smell good, and other people are like, hey, you smell good, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna keep wearing that stuff. So I hope that you get out there. Hope you get to try this and enjoy it. If you've already smelled it again, you may want to revisit it. To me, it's still a classic. To me, it's one that just will always treat you right, and it's great for any occasion. Hope to see you guys soon. I've got a whole lot of perfumes that I'm getting ready to review before long. Thank you again for 100 subs, y'all, and I'll be seeing you soon. Have a delicious day. Bye-bye for now.